Keep evolving. Checking. It was.
It was incorrect. I do apologise.
All right. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Can you all hear me? No sound.
Is there sound now?
Is there sound now?
Today has been a day of no sound. Dear God.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if I look haggard, is that a nice phrase?
I mean, it's not a nice phrase. You look knackered.
I'm knackered. Okay. So it's been a couple of days here at TE.
Since, like, I got here at just, like, 9:45? 10-ish? 10-ish, I think.
Right. There's been lots happening, and I cannot talk about... I've been instructed that I'm not allowed to talk about it publicly. Some stuff happened in my personal life.
Oh, that, yes.
That I'm not allowed to talk about, but some of you will know, because I mentioned it to some of you. If you are somebody who picked up what happened because it was in the Discord, don't mention it publicly. Thank you very much. That was on Sunday?
It's a bit quiet. It's a bit quiet. Are we a bit quiet still?
Oh, for God's sake. Okay, we won't say anything. Okay.
I don't know whether we can be louder.
I don't know if we can automatically adjust the volume. What if I do it like this now? Can you hear me better now? Is that better? Can you hear me, Mother? Who was that? Some terrible bit of my past.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Is that better?
Louder.
Louder?
Okay, right, fine.
Okay, good.
So apparently, that. And then yesterday I was... So, how do I do this? I'm going through the tale of ennui. Welcome to the live stream. I'm so not... Like, my ADHD is off the charts today. Kate's just sitting here and going...
Well, I mean, I'm not exactly in the greatest shape on that front. Because
did you medicate today?
I forgot to medicate today. And yesterday, you'll know that this doesn't sound right, but I was up for 36 of the 37 hours in yesterday because I worked a night shift, and that means that I'm up. Like, I get up at 9 in the morning and I don't sleep because I don't sleep well.
So wait, you got up at 9 o'clock on Sunday.
On Saturday. Oh no, on Saturday. Yeah, Sunday.
I dropped a car off with you at noon.
Yes, I went shopping to get food for the week, and then I went to work. I did lie down for an hour and a half in the middle of the day and stare at the insides of my eyelids for a while until I got bored, and then I sort of went on Discord for a bit, and then I went back to staring at my eyelids, and then I decided that I got bored of that, so I got up and got ready for work, and then I went to work, and then I did 12 hours of work. And then I came home and I slept for a whole hour before I did... Don't look at me like that.
I told you to take the morning off.
Yeah, well, I got home at 10. At 9. No, that's not right. I got home at 8, got showered, managed to get into bed at like 20 to 9, and then went to sleep for an hour. But I don't sleep for more than an hour.
Let me look back.
Don't look at the script that I wrote yesterday.
I'm going to go back. I'm going to look at our company chat where I said in the company chat, nobody listens to me at this company. I feel like I'm not the boss.
Well, you're not Kate's the boss.
All right. So where are...
These are Sony NTC 90s. I made them into...
They're DCCs.
Yeah, they're digital cassettes. They're the smallest digital cassette made. These are functional. You can use them. I could store audio on them, but I don't actually have a digital cassette recorder for them.
See, I broke a DCC once while on work experience at a recording studio.
That's not good.
All right, so where is it? Where does it says? Oh, I was going to... Oh, hey, Pure. You're not going to be at stand-up tomorrow because you're working nights. So see you on Tuesday here. And then she said, I was going to sit rep and then appear later once I had a bit of a kip. I'm like, just text and go to sleep. And then the next morning, oh no, it was yesterday. She was like,
Yeah.
and she like half an hour later, she starts working. I'm like, I told you to go to sleep.
It was hard. It was an hour. I had an hour.
Oh.
And actually, it was like an hour and a half because I lay in bed for half an hour after I woke up and went, I don't really feel like moving.
Right.
And then I wrote a script and it's amazing.
It's a beautiful script.
You haven't seen it yet. It may not be in English.
Meanwhile, I spent most of yesterday feeling like poo for some reason. I had a really good workout in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
A really good workout. For those who don't know, I recently swapped my not a Peloton for an actual Peloton, which I bought used for like $500 because I had a little bit of hard-earned savings. And it was great. And now I'm realizing that I'm actually riding more powerful. Howdy! Never caught one of your live streams before.
Long time viewer, first time live streamer?
Yeah.
It's nice to see you.
And apparently, when I'm riding, I can produce up to like 880 watts of power with my legs, which apparently is really good for a sprint.
You should put that into the lightning, and then you could use that energy later.
But I had a really good workout, and then for the rest of the day, I started to feel progressively worse and worse and worse. And yesterday evening, I kept fainting, passing out. I couldn't think clearly. I had pins and needles. I was having palpitations up the wazoo, and then I did a little heart rate monitor, and my QTC, which is the Q to T part of the heartbeat, was at 503 milliseconds, which is a little long. For someone with long QT, it's not necessarily long. That's like a Monday for me.
No.
But it was longer than normal at rest. And I ended up going to bed really, really early because I wasn't feeling well. And I think at one point, my other half was contemplating whether I needed to go to the emergency room or not. And I was like, no. Because like if you have a really rare condition, like long QT, and you go to the emergency room, no disrespect to emergency room staff, but you don't have training to deal with specific things like that.
Oh, no, we're generalists.
You're generalists, and you go, we'll call the cardiologist, and then the cardiologist comes the next morning, by which time you're feeling better, and they send you home. That's how it works.
I mean, that is often how it works. Unless the thing is with the emergency room, unless you are imminently dying, we don't, and I say this with the best will in the world, we don't care.
Yeah.
Like, we're there to make you not imminently die. And that is, like, emergency room doctors and nurses, that is what we do.
Yeah.
We are there to stop you dying. And once we've got over the imminent you're dying, then we're done. We have exceeded the range of our knowledge.
This is why I like our audience.
Go.
It was Can You Hear Me, Mother? I knew I'd heard it. Like, are you impressed that someone of my young years knows that?
I'm not, because I've heard it, but then I'm weird. Yeah, so...
Hi, Jude, go to sleep.
Yes, go to bed.
It's late. But no, so I started today on a bit of a back foot.
Mm.
And today was the day that we were filming...
Whereas I am perfectly rested, having slept.
So we went out and filmed a car review today. We went and filmed a car review with 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And we went to one of our nice stand-up locations. It was a beautiful, glorious day.
God, I was in such a good mood when I got here. It's so pretty.
It's so pretty here, and like lots of trees are like losing their leaves and the sunlight.
I'd got over my loathing distaste for the vehicle and come to actually quite enjoy it.
Right.
So
we went to our first location. Now, sometimes when we film a review, we'll go out on the drive. Vi will follow us in a vehicle, either Vi's car or my truck.
Mm-hmm.
And then like we'll radio, hey, let's do a stand-up, let's do an intro or a conclusion. And let's just say, if we were in a campaign, it would be a TPK. Total party kill. Yeah, we chose poorly. We rolled,
yes. We rolled ones.
We rolled nat ones.
Nat ones. I think we were probably at a disadvantage as well.
So we rolled nat ones on the audio. So we get the audio, and Vi starts fussing with the audio, and I'm like, "What's up?" Vi's going, "There's buzzing." Like, okay, interference. So we use these.
Oh, hang on. So first thing was, okay, you've got your phone in your pocket. Take your phone away, because that's happened before.
Yeah.
We've also had, I can't remember which car it was.
I think that car was interfering with it.
Possibly, but we've had one before. It was like
it was another. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that we record every time we tried to record around it. We got weird buzzing noises, but we have this.
This is we actually have two of these. These are our Deity wireless packs. They're Duo RXs. This one is approaching 4 years old.
Mm-hmm.
The original one is over 5, and the original one started failing within its warranty. It started to do random buzzing, disconnects, wasn't very reliable. Like the microphone, this uses Wi-Fi rather than radio transmitters, and it kept failing. So we were like, okay, we reached out to Deity. They sent us a new one. Job good.
New-ish.
No, they sent us this.
Yes.
Which was old stock because they just discontinued it because it was so terrible. And I paid over $1,000 for this, like $1,200, I think, for this.
Mm.
But it's kept us going.
Fine. Yeah,
we haven't used it when we've done shows like Everything Electric or CES because this uses Wi-Fi. It interferes with Wi-Fi, and so we end up using these little chappies. These are called Zoom F2s. They're little tiny Bluetooth recorders. Does this got a card in it? Did I pull out the card? Which one were we not using earlier? It was this one.
Yellow, yeah.
So you turn it on, the light comes on, then you hit the red button.
That's a little battery check.
And then you press the red button and it starts recording. This one's not going to record because I don't think it has. Oh, it does. So you press the button and then the little red light comes on and then you flip it down. And then it's really hard to destroy it, right? Because it's recording.
You can't, yeah, like if you press any buttons on it, nothing happens until you turn it off.
Until you remove the hold.
Now, when we first got these, there was a bug in them, and if you accidentally turned it off, it would just not write the file.
No, the bug was it would just reboot halfway through recording. And then when you went to stop recording, it would just go, I'm not recording.
So the one I had, the version I had, it was like if you turned it from hold and you slipped and went to off instead of hitting the middle point, it would just be like, oh, you didn't want that file. And I'd be like, no.
And there was a way of getting around that. You had to like not touch it, log into you had to put it in your laptop, use terminal commands, find the file, recover it, make it readable, and you could fix it. And I did a whole video on that actually on Transport Vault Tape 2.
Yeah.
Because it was a problem. A promen coblin.
Yeah. All right, dear. We're going to get this over and done with, and then we can go lie down.
I want to go and lie down. Okay, and then, can you tell that I'm struggling to get oxygen to my brain today?
I can tell you're struggling.
I can't feel my fingers right now.
That's why we have an ER nurse here.
Anyway, so, long story short, this started playing up on location, and we happened to not be super far. So I was like, tell you what, we'll just swing back by my house, pick up these, and then on the way, Kate and I will record with those. They're fine. They're our backup.
Yeah.
And by the way,
technology is just not. That, by the way, was Nikki's phone falling out of the phone mount
on my desk.
Like it was on the magnetic Apple mount, and then it was not.
So this was also doing weird things with my microphone, so it kept cutting in and out. And I was like, Nikki suddenly disappearing and then reappearing and then disappearing and then reappearing. So
we had two separate problems. I think that's the important thing here. Like we had buzzing on my channel for no apparent reason,
and it wasn't the amp. We have spare antennas.
We have spare cables. We have spares for most things with us, and we tried it, and it was just like your mic is buzzing, and it wasn't my mic because we tried changing that.
It was your pack.
It was my pack. So hopefully the audio for that is okay because it records on the pack as well as on here.
Oh yeah, that's a point.
So
yeah, we'll have to.
So it might be okay.
So and then so we were like, okay, screw it. I'm just gonna go and grab these. So grab the F2s.
Nice simple brick.
Grab the F2s, put them in. You have one, I have one. Now the reason we don't normally use the F2s for in-car stuff is because it's harder post-production to sync the audio. It's easier to have audio recorded on a single one of these, and then I can just edit it. And that's one of the reasons why our in-car audio is generally so good. Then what happened, Kate?
Well, so we went and we did our first section of the drive and pulled over so that we could swap drivers. And I got out and I looked at mine and I had checked because I have not recorded audio many times in my life. These days, I more often fail to record video. And so there are outtakes related to that. You will see them. There is swearing. And so I pressed the little bending object. I pressed the little button and I set it to lock. And
what's the red one? It's actually that unit.
Yeah. And that's why I picked this one up. And I checked and it had the little flashing red light. I had it down here on my side. And I'm like, okay, we're golden. And I get out of the car and I go to swap with Nikki. And I look down because I'm slightly paranoid and it's still on hold, but there's no red light. And then I make upset noises.
And I go, what's up? And as I get out, I catch the seatbelt on this, which was the problematic microphone cable from earlier. And I go, oh, catch myself before I actually damage the cable, discombobulate it and go back in. And my unit still says it's recording. So I'm like, great,
yeah,
I'm fine.
And we start mine, says it's recording. And we're like, well, worst case, for part of the video, we might have to use the camera audio. But most likely, it's probably done that thing where it's just failed and it's written the file. But
I just have to recover it.
And you'll have to recover it.
The audio, though, I should point out here that the camera... Yes, for those asking, Zach said, were you doing the Lucid? Yeah, we were doing the Lucid Air Touring review. And because the Lucid Air Touring is kind of quiet inside, I wasn't super worried. We have 4 cameras running. I'm like, we're going to be able to get audio off one of these. It'll be fine. But then we get back to the house. We're already a little tired. And I am out of spoons at this point. This week is a Nikki is out of spoons week, apparently. If you look, I look exhausted.
I don't. Because of the power of makeup. A lot of concealer around here.
You see, I can't do that because I have permanent scars under my eyes from when I was little. I had lots of eye surgery when I was very little, and that's left me with these big bags. I've always had them. Anyway, we get back to the house. I rush upstairs, and I have the SD card for this still in my computer. I whack the SD card for that one in, and I can't find any audio. And I realise, find Kate's audio. We're correct. The first half of the audio is nowhere to be found, not even with forensic file recovery. It just wouldn't show up. Then Kate and I looked, and we found the second part.
Yeah.
And then I plugged in my audio, which was this one, little white one here. I think it's F21.
You could even share your screen.
And
go on, it's still up. It's still up.
Can I share the screen?
Oh, is it still up?
Is it? Yes. All right, let's see if I can do this.
I just want that.
Share screen. Share screen. Oh, allow. It might not work. It might not work. All
Actually,
right,
we've done this before and it's been a bit of a disaster.
All right, so this is my audio recording from that review.
It's very weird. It's an audio recording of 2 parts.
Yeah, so this bit works. This bit is just like, woo, it's working. And then here it just stops. Because the microphone that Vi was complaining about earlier as being problematic broke completely. So we're going to have to buy a new microphone.
So what we decided to do is we've decided the second half of the review is an homage to John Cage.
4 minutes 33.
His composition is 4 minutes 33. We play it a little slower. It is
About
28 minutes long. Oh, I've broken you. I'm sorry.
Oh. And I know at this point, right, we played it back and we did the forensics. This little chappie, or chapette,
Who are we to
or non-binary
gender?
pal,
Yeah,
I mean, whatever.
it has never told us its pronouns.
This little lovely little recorder here was in fact responsible for the wonderful bit of feces throwing that occurred in the comments section after we published the BMW video. So my anxiety is through the roof right now because I'm like, the last time we recorded something and the audio failed, we had lots of negativity. The difference is this time the camera is nice and close to us, so we're hopefully going to use the on-camera audio, and I think what we're going to do is we're just going to use the on-camera audio for everything.
Yeah.
Because that way it will sound the same.
Yeah, we won't.
People will be less likely to notice. But it's also meant that our little story is, hey, we're going to need some new gear.
Yeah, funnily enough, the reason we're live streaming, why are we live streaming, Nikki?
Because I suck at being a YouTuber and I don't do all of those advertiser sponsor tie-ins, and neither do you.
Yes, not once have we reviewed a Bluetooth thing that we've been offered.
We've actually done that, yeah, unfortunately.
No. I wasn't referring to those. I was referring to the ones we got offered at CES.
I mean, that would have been a different type of evolved.
Yeah, that would have been after dark.
We did get offered those multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
We still get pitched those.
Yeah, drinking.
What do they call them? Oh, Joy something?
I don't know.
I'm not thinking about the comic.
No.
Which is Erica Moen. Which is very good.
Mm.
I'm not saying its name because you're all good little children and I'm not going to do that on YouTube lest they come down on us even more. But, we only exist because of Patreon, and we desperately need more Patreon supporters. Because we have to pay for things like insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of people last week were like, wow, your insurance is really expensive. Why is your insurance so expensive? It's about $8,000 a year.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it might be closer to $10,000. The reason why... thank you, Michael.
Oh, thank you, Michael.
Sweet. The reason why we do not have brain. Nope. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm out of spoons today, and you're seeing the real Nikki, not the one you see on camera all the time.
It's a bit of a special live stream because normally we're in a separate location. Like, you know, we keep ourselves far apart for the sake of our sanity. And I said our sanity. And also we're both like
very tired.
Very tired. So to go back to the reason
we're doing this, yes.
Is that one, like our YouTube revenue, like a lot of creators and in particular queer creators, because YouTube has decided that appeasement
queer and trans people are dangerous.
Yeah, appeasement is never a good plan, but they seem to think it will work for them. It never works for anyone. But they have been not promoting queer and trans creators.
In fact, let me look at our ad revenue for this month, and I'll tell you while you're doing that.
Fran, what's her name? Fran
from Fran Lab.
Fran Lab, that's it. Yeah. She did a great video on this. She is not alone. If we've spoken to lots of creators.
God, sorry, our comment section has become
it's usual toilet.
Trash again.
So it is very challenging as a team, even though we don't really focus on the queer part of the content that we do. Like, it comes in because you can't really escape politics, and you can't escape the fact that half the country means that we can't go to events there. Like, we can't escape that, so it comes into the videos. But we are not a queer focused channel. We are a transportation channel that mentions queer topics.
And sorry, in relation to that, queer topics means I'm married to a woman.
Yeah, me too.
That's the gist of it.
Yeah,
really.
that kind of. And so as a YouTube channel, we're not being actively promoted by YouTube. It doesn't really matter how popular our videos are with our existing viewer base. They are not going to promote us outside that. So we need you to do that.
Yeah. And we also need financial support. So I just checked. This month, our YouTube ad revenue, actually, a couple of weeks ago, it was under $1,000. It's $1,200. Which is less than an eighth of what it was several years ago.
Yeah.
When YouTube was not full of AI-generated craft and political divisiveness.
I mean, I think that's the other, like, one of the other things that's driving this situation is that YouTube has filled itself with stuff that people don't actually care to watch.
Yeah, and also, you know, when you are running a channel and people openly make death threats against you on your channel and say we know where you live and all of that, and I was just, oh my goodness, saying, don't go and look at the comments right now on the channel, because there's some unmoderated stuff on there that needs to come off very soon after this. But so James wants us to do an After Dark. The problem with After Dark, I'm just going to jump in here, is that I am about as asexual as it's possible to be. I am more interested in cars and gadgets. My After Dark would be me vibe coding something, or soldering components.
Vibe code.
No, I don't.
It would,
or doing stuff like this and getting really excited about this. But no. So our YouTube ad revenue has dropped off a cliff. Patreon enables us to pay all of our team. And I remembered what I was going to say about our insurance. The reason why our insurance is, about 10 grand a year, 8 to 10 grand a year, is because we are classified as a media company. And that means we have to have heavier liability insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And we also have to have, and there are lots of YouTubers out there who don't do this, and they're just fine. But we do car reviews. And in case you didn't notice, we tend to be very honest.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is because we are independent, because we don't take sponsorship for the most part. Like, yeah, we have Energy Sage and things like that, but we don't take automotive sponsorship. We don't go to events where they say, you must sign away your editorial rights to be here. In fact, Nikki here is an absolute queen. And like the last event they went to, the first 10 rounds of the contract that got sent were all like, well, yes, you can come, but you must say these things.
No, the first round of the contract was, you can't say anything objectionable on your channel.
Yes. And that...
Objectionable to whom? And objectionable in what way?
Yes, and who's defining what objectionable means in this situation? So, she worked really hard.
I lost about 10 years of my life on that.
To get a contract which said none of those things.
And they did pay us in the end, by the way.
And they did pay us.
They got paid. They paid us last week after our last live stream. I don't think it was coincidental, but we got all of our expenses back from that trip. So thank you, everybody. We did get paid.
Yes.
But, stuff like this is professional quality audio equipment, right?
Yeah.
So we have to have this. In addition to our liability insurance, we actually have two policies. One is for liability, covering the team, in case Elon says that he doesn't like us. I mean, that's basically it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give you a story
he
about
say that.
I was working for a well-known a well-known public. Actually, I can probably say it because they no longer
Because
exist.
they're dead, yes.
All right. So when I was
Because
working,
we've outlasted them.
when I was working for Green Car Reports, there was a news story that I can't remember the name of the company, so that's okay. There was a news story that surfaced on multiple owners forums about a car company, or not a car company, about a charging station company that was allegedly, see, I'm still covering my base, allegedly doing some really shady stuff. And we had the proof, we had the receipts. I did some proper investigative journalism about it, and I wrote a piece. My editor signed off on it, and we published it. The next day, and I was still in the UK at this point, the next day, all hell broke loose because the owner of the company was the kind of person who might have voted for the current incumbent of the White House and was very litigious to the point of, I will ruin you. And we were told we had to take it down or lawyer up. And so out of my hands, the company, which was a very young automotive startup at the time, went, we can't afford this. And we, the story was pulled. And from that point onwards, I've always been nervous about covering. There was another instance a couple of years later when something I had said or done, again, it was before Transport Evolved existed officially. We had covered something that was very obviously, my reporting was correct. And I went through the process of covering my base, checking. And people threatened us with legal action if we published the story. And again, it wasn't the same company, it was a different company, and they just went, no, we can't do this.
Well,
and that's one of the reasons why I'm so hell-bent on correcting myself when I screw up, and also not backing down whenever possible.
Well, and we have the insurance. Like a few, I guess, like 4 or 5 years ago, when Candy were in the market, you asked me to cover Candy, and I went and looked at the reporting around what was going on with them, and it was extremely concerning. Like the product that they had announced.
Well, they were promising things they couldn't back up.
It seemed very unlikely they could back it up, and there were some other, like, go watch the video if you really want to know. And we got a message from them, which was like, no, don't say this stuff. And we were able to turn around and go, we are covered. This is the information that we stand by. Here are the receipts. And because you have the insurance and the coverage,
we've never had to use it.
We felt comfortable being able to say, this is what the evidence is. If you want to come and show us, if you want to show us that this is not true, we will absolutely. We are open to being informed that this is not the case.
But then we have insurance, so I have to pay more to insure my truck. Because my truck has to be insured as a work vehicle. We then have, so actually have 3 insurances. And then we have the insurance for this. Not this, but all of our gear. So the servers that we have at Transport Evolved, we have 2 servers, one of which is very sick and needs to be replaced, but I can't afford to replace it because it's like 10 grand just right there for a new server. We have probably about 30 grand's worth of computer servers and hard drives and things for video, for the website, for all of that. We then have all of the camera gear. We then have all of the audio equipment. We then have all of the assets, which can't be replaced. So we then have an insurance for all of our stuff, right?
Yeah.
And even things like bills. So earlier today, I got a bill for $380 from the local county because they tax businesses based on how much stuff they have. And it's a percentage of how much value of stuff they have. And I think the last return I did said we have this many tens or hundreds of thousands of gear, and they then sent us back a bill. So that all has to be paid. I then have to pay Kate. I have to pay Vi, I have to pay Erin, to pay health insurance, and all of that good stuff. And without your support, we can't do it. We are treating this like a business because it is a business. We treat it like a business. We try and... I'm going to have to do this. Have you given the sick service some hydrochloroquine, maybe some ivermectin? Yeah.
Fortunately, it doesn't have brainworms, even ones that have only eaten a little bit of its brain.
Yeah. No, with the problem with the server is that the backbone cards are dying in it, so it keeps having errors when we copy stuff over.
And let's also be fair. If we're into the money raising, I don't have a backup still.
No, Kate doesn't have a backup.
Like the videos I produce live on the machine they're on.
Basically,
because we've been running incredibly lean and increasingly lean.
As in fact, we've been running increasingly lean for the last 4 years. It's got worse and worse and worse, and I'm now going to have to go and buy a new audio recording setup, and it's going to be somewhere on the order of about $700 to $1,000 because we're going to have to buy new microphones.
And those microphones are ancient, aren't they?
They are ancient, and they're also very good quality microphones, but they're also really effing expensive. Pardon my French. And then we're going to have to buy a new one of these. Well, not this. I might buy a different system, but radio mics are very important.
Yeah.
Because when we're doing our car reviews, we need someone to be able to hear remotely what's going on in case there's an issue. And you can't do that as easily with these little Zoom F2s. I mean, just as a point of these little tiny Zoom F2s, I think the last time I checked, they were like $270, $280, maybe $300 just for this. Because it's professional quality audio equipment. They
are very nice.
These GoPros. Like a whole set of GoPros is well over $1,000. We haven't bought new ones for 4 years.
These are 9s? You said 9s? 8s? 9s?
These are 9s. Yeah. We're now on 14, I think.
I still have the GoPro 5s that replaced these, 2 of those, and I mentioned last time, I still have SJ Cam Pro 7s, I think, or 7000s. I can't remember.
But the point is, and we're not trying to make people feel bad for us or guilty for us. The point is that making good quality content requires good quality equipment.
Yeah, I mean, people love the work that Vi does.
And say it's the best we've ever done and all of that.
Well, and like, it is common for us to get like a comment on one of Vi's montages about why is Vi not working for like an advertising company.
Yeah, Vi. Why are you not working for an advertising company, Hanban?
Because they're smart enough not to hire me.
I'm stealing this. Okay.
And that is because we use decent equipment, but also because Vi is extremely talented.
Where's Vi going?
I don't know.
Sorry.
So sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like for the moment,
not at the moment. Is there a stopgap solution with a wired microphone for presenter and wired earpiece for videographer? Sometimes that can work. We've done that in the past. The point, I mean, these are not wired, right? They're not wireless. They're wired. They just sit in your pocket and they record. But when one of these dies, I think it's probably the SD card. We're going to have to do some testing. Worst case scenario is that it's this little red one, is that this SD card has failed.
Well, it's either that or it has, like the device has failed. But we have multiple of these and we don't, like at worst, you could take the one that I have if you're going to an event.
Yeah. And like they work 90% of the time. But for the audio stuff, I mean, I think we've probably got enough in our budget right now because we've had some increases and that's helped. But from a long-term perspective, this is a problem that we're seeing again and again and again, is our gear is starting to get old. And I know a lot of people will look at it and go, well, 5 years is not old for equipment, but just think about how much content we produce on them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we make 52 times 5. So it's 250 videos a year.
That's a lot of videos.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those things where you know it. Like,
It's actually more than 250 because the 2 extra weeks. So it's
yeah,
closer
and,
to 260,
well, and also
270.
we do like little random bits
And
here
live
and
streams
there,
here and there
live
and things like that.
streams. Wow, it's a lot of content.
I mean, at one point we were making videos every
Jesus.
day.
Yeah, that
was just
that was
unsustainable.
unsustainable. That was so bad.
But it's my birthday in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I turn 46. And
baby. She's
I'm
a baby.
I'm a baby. And one of my desires would be for us to reach our goal. We are about halfway to our goal for Patreon this time round. And thank you to Meet Triple A He They. That's a cool name. Look, Triple A He They.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cool. Thank you for becoming a trial member. Happy birthday for 2 weeks' time. Thank you. I shall be old.
Oh, look, I could do this.
Yeah, Transport Evolved, patreon.com/Transport Evolved. I know that you are covering for me. Thank you.
I'm like, oh, hey, we should probably do the thing.
I can't. Oh, Jamis, that's me. Thank you. That's very nice. Not as old as some of us, no.
Yeah, no.
I am a baby of the 70s.
Yeah, tiny wee baby.
I was a tiny wee baby at the end of the 70s.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what my mother will always bring up when we talk about my birth, because that's embarrassing. I'm not going there.
Best not.
Best not. But yeah, so if you're willing to help us fix our microphone
Please make
problem,
Nikki less tired. Please make it so she can rest.
Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't take time off. Oh,
my friend needs a rest.
I am going to be taking a holiday in November.
Yeah.
For 2 whole days. Which is going to be fun. But I mean, look, the road trip to LA and back, that was fun, but it takes time. When we do our car videos, and we have so much. So we've got the LA road trip, parts 1 and 2. You just published Rebooting Rebecca, episode 6. Tomorrow, if you are a Patreon supporter...
Oh, was that today? Did that come out today?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Tomorrow, if you are a Patreon supporter, you'll get to see the last video from our trip to Germany, which will be with the lovely people from Romance Technology. That's a long video, I'm going to warn you now. You're not old. I'm not old yet, and I'm only 71 and still fursuiting. If you're a fursuiter, you're immortal, as far as I'm concerned. It's just like...
Stop trying to sell it to me. It won't work.
The team have been trying to convince Kate that she needs a persona.
I've actually, I've been told I have one. I don't know what it is. Vi's told me that they've created...
And Aaron. Yes, they've conspired.
They've conspired to create a fursona for me, which I think is very unreasonable.
I mean, we could go full hog and make you a fursuit.
No.
I know people.
No. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
That is not one of Kate's hobbies.
It is not. I have many hobbies. That's not one
but
of them.
that's not one of them. You're making a video for next week?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to do a
Halloween special.
I know. I wanted a roll of thunder there, and I don't have one. And I don't have a big sheet of paper to wobble. Yeah. Halloween episode, Halloween themed.
Yeah, so that's going to be for the end of next week. I don't know what we're going to publish on Monday, Tuesday, because the way I'm feeling right now. I also have to take my... how's the acorn atom?
I have to admit, I don't actually have an atom. I've always wanted one. And the period when I had money does not coincide with the period when acorn atoms were cheap. So when I was at school, I sold my BBC Micro. To buy, because I was wanting to fund purchase of a better computer, and so I had a Master, so I sold my BBC Micro, and so I don't even have a Beeb. I have a BBC Master 128. I have a RISC PC. I sold my A440, which is a thing that makes me endlessly sad. I loved my A440. It was so good. And I've always wanted an Acorn. I got really close to buying one a few years ago. I was doing a lot of hunting on eBay, and then I think it was one of the German computer museums was selling like their stuff where they had more than one of anything.
But you have the laptop that's not an Acorn.
No, it is an Acorn.
Oh, it is an Acorn.
I have an Acorn A4 laptop, which is amazing. I love it. At some point, I will actually get it working well enough to use. I actually bought it to write on because I write as a hobby. And then I realized that writing on an unreliable, rare computer is probably not a good plan.
I've actually been known to write scripts. Where is it? I've got I think it's a 145B. I've written on my 145B a couple of times. It still had a working battery until about a year ago.
Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing is the Acorn A4, the battery is NiCad, and it does work, but not well.
You have another question.
Okay, it's Kate questions day.
That's okay, because I'm currently getting palpitations, so yay!
Yeah, so you sit there. Just go like... recline. We'll just recline, Nikki. Is there a reason besides sunk costs? So the only actual iMove part in it is the motor. That is it's a sunk cost, but that is not huge. Apart from I don't earn money very much anymore.
Because I don't pay her enough because we need more Patreon supporters.
Also because I don't do as much work at the hospital as I used to, and that used to pay me more. But now I'm doing other things with my life, and that is very tiring. The whether I should continue with the inverter that I have, the inverter is actually not from an iMove. It's a Yaris or a Prius C inverter, so that I could use the open inverter board. And that is where my problem is. So I'm not sure... Like, could I use something else? Yes, I could, but I also don't have that much money to throw at it. One of the reasons I was very fond of the iMove as a choice for the motor is just purely its size. It's a very small motor, and Rebecca is a small car. There is a very limited amount of space for batteries and the inverter. And so, like, the size of the Yaris inverter, that's pretty small. It actually, if I had more money, I would probably get someone...
No, I didn't. I don't know what's going on. My phone starts playing stuff. I'm sorry.
She's just got bored.
No, I was trying to respond to team chat.
If I had more money, I would actually probably get someone to do some metalworking around the battery casing, because where the battery lives in the Morris Minor is only slightly smaller because it's a 1960s battery box. It's only slightly smaller than the Yaris inverter. So if you made it like 2 inches bigger, you could actually have the inverter live where the battery used to live, which would be awesome. But yeah, I'm not absolutely requiring that I stay with the hardware that I have, except that this is my second attempt. Is it? Yeah, because I bought Adam's old.
Oh, that's right.
So I actually have a NetGain 8. Don't tell me NetGain 8s don't exist. I have one. It is a DC motor they produced for a very short period of time, which was used in a Golf. I believe it came out of a Golf conversion.
Yeah, it was not Tigger.
No.
I've forgotten the car's name, but it wasn't Tigger.
And somewhere... in theory, I believe I have the inverter that's matched to it, but I haven't managed to find it, having moved to the US 10 years ago. When I got here, I went looking for it and I couldn't find it.
Is that like me losing my earrings, not being able to play them?
Yeah, I think I ADHD'd it and I put it down. I'm slightly horrified by the possibility that it may have been given away with all the free stuff when we moved over here. But yeah. To answer your question, no, I would look at other things if I had the money. To be honest, at this point, if I had the money, I would like talk to a conversion place and do a show, like do some episodes with them where I just went down and helped. Because time-wise, like realistically, I don't have a lot of time these days.
Oh, it's our friend.
So I haven't tried using the. Is this as in the main board in the inverter? Because you remove that as part of the as part of the open inverter thing. So I've never tried it. Like it presumably works, but also it's very restricted in terms of like its power output because it's designed to assist a gas engine.
What?
If I tried to put a Hummer battery in Rebecca, that would be
you would explode.
It would just fill the entire
passenger
would be sad.
cabin.
It would probably just fill the cabin.
You would just.
You don't realize how much bigger cars are until you pull out like Rebecca, which is a family saloon from 1969, and you park it next to our Soul, and you're like, "What is this tiny little thing?"
And I miss cars that size.
I do.
Yeah. So I am
done.
I'm starting to lose the ability to speak, which is worrying me slightly.
Yeah, you should go lie down.
Because that normally happens in the evening. For those who don't know, in the evening sometimes I get so tired that I struggle to make words.
Mm-hmm.
And I am not far off that right now. So
you should stop. You should go lie down.
You know, I've got a little bit left in the tank.
No, go lie down. This is actual medical advice. Okay. Go lie down.
All right. But I have to fix the microphones first.
No, you don't.
But please help us with the microphones because the microphones are broken, and I will admit I broke one of them. So I think I'm gonna buy 2 new microphones. I know we can afford those, and then I think what I'm gonna do is try and buy a new memory card for this one. I think it's the memory card.
Can you not just take one of your spares and test it for a bit?
Yeah, I mean, I can do a test on that memory card and make sure. Because these memory cards, if they, what's the word? Crack.
Then
no one's going to watch me anymore. No one's going to watch the channel because they're seeing me completely unvarnished.
That is not true. They're just going to watch this and be like, oh, Jesus, she's tired.
She's a real wreck.
Yeah.
So, yeah. There is that. I told you that my partner said the other day that I do not have autism because I recognized the
plug on your dishwasher.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for reminding me of the word.
It's
I was going to call it the round thing.
Yes. I think it's time to end this live stream. I think we'll bring this to a close at this point.
So when I get tired, I get so stupid.
Okay. So thank you everyone for watching. I think we've done
45
We've done an hour. We've done an hour of absolute nonsense. Normally our live streams are slightly more focused than this.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to go and collapse in a heap. Thanks, everyone. Take care.
That's the thing.
Keep evolving.